You want to upgrade your foundation application? Well, here are 5 go-to tips from a pro makeup artist that'll have it looking like you got it done by a pro makeup artist. First things first, for your best foundation application, you need the smoothest and cleanest surface as possible. I love to use a glycolic toner before I put my makeup on. This is what I'm currently using right now. This is from Pixi. It is their Glow Tonic. I like to just squirt some on a pad. This step really allows all of the dead skin cells to be removed. If you have dry skin, any rough patches, oily skin, it removes any excess oil. Combination, I feel like it really does help balance the surface out. Anything you put on top is just gonna glide. I personally love to do a good amount of skincare before I apply any makeup because it really does just have everything glide on. So base your skincare products off of your needs. Tip number 2 is get that color correcting in. A lot of times with women of color, we have a little bit of extra hyperpigmentation, and just neutralizing these areas just a little bit really does help. Not only does this tip really help remove that gray cast that you might see throughout the day peeping through in these areas, but it also might help your foundation match a little bit better. Tip number 3, whether you underpaint or not, I really recommend picking up the product first on your tool instead of just going directly in on your face. This is really going to be able to give you the most control. It makes blending a lot easier, and you're also not going to have to worry about if you're picking up way too much product at once, making your face look a lot cakier than you want it to be. I know a lot of people like to use a sponge. Definitely use whatever works for you. I personally though would go in with a brush, and not just any brush. I would use a kitten paw brush, one that is angled flat. There are so many on the market. This one is the Real Techniques 202. You can find it on Amazon. And again, just putting the foundation on a flat surface first, and then really pushing that product into the brush before I directly go in. This is what's going to give me that control. Even if I'm using a full coverage foundation, I can still build it up. And the last tip is to use a light hand. I know a lot of times people really like to squirt it all over and really just go in hard. Hold on, your face ain't going nowhere. Applying it with a lighter touch is what's going to help really not have it look cakey. I always recommend holding the brush as far back as you can. The further up the brush I put my hand, it's just way easier to kind of be rough. Hold it as far back as you can and lightly push it and flick it onto your face. And you can really just build up in the areas where you want a little bit more coverage. All right, and those are some of my tips to have your makeup coming out looking flawless.